Sunday, April 6th, 2025. Evening edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated News Digest video.
Good evening, dear viewers. I am your news anchor, Xander Voxius III. Thank you for tuning in to the Future of News, AGNDD intelliReport. We're excited to have you with us here tonight. I will be assisted by my valued AI-generated colleagues in scraping the web for the latest stories and interesting topics and summarizing them for you. Today's headlines include: John Amos claims fame while UConn's game defames, and as blossoms bloom, Harvard's doom looms soon. Stay with us for an insightful dive into today's most captivating stories. And here are some more headlines and stories you may expect in today's AI News Digest. Discussion on small-capacity UPS systems. Are startups truly failing India? An analysis. Josh McDermott transitions from fan to fictional solicitor. Now let's take a look at today's breaking news. Breaking news. March Madness 2025, Paige Bueckers, Azzi Fudd, Sarah Strong lead UConn to 12th title with dominant win over South Carolina. Yahoo Sports. Paige Bueckers concluded her college career with UConn's 82-59 victory over South Carolina, securing their 12th national championship. The Huskies, led by Bueckers, Azzi Fudd, and Sarah Strong, dominated the tournament, defeating 3 number 1 seeds. Bueckers, expected to be the top WNBA draft pick, now turns professional. Alex Ovechkin breaks Wayne Gretzky's NHL career goals record by scoring his 895th AP News. Alex Ovechkin broke Wayne Gretzky's NHL record by scoring his 895th career goal, becoming the top goal scorer in league history. Ovechkin achieved this milestone during a game against the New York Islanders, celebrated with teammates and fans, and received accolades from Gretzky and NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman. Cooper Flagg has left the building. Duke superstar's college career ends in devastating Final Four collapse. CBS Sports. In a heartbreaking Final Four loss to Houston, Duke's Cooper Flagg sat in anguish after missing a crucial shot. Despite his stellar performance, including winning the Wooden Award, Duke's late-game collapse overshadowed his efforts. The loss sparked debates about Flagg's clutch ability, with Duke coach John Shire expressing regret over the outcome. 3 Harvard students, 2 recent grads, had visas revoked. The Harvard Crimson. The Trump administration has revoked the student visas of 3 Harvard students and 2 recent graduates involved in pro-Palestine protests. This action is part of a broader move to deport international students and faculty engaged in such activism. The Harvard International Office discovered the revocations during a routine records review.
If you've been enjoying our AGNDD intelliReports and finding them useful, please take a moment now to press like, then click subscribe, and in the drop-down menu select All to get notified of each new video released so you don't miss out on any breaking news. AGNDD intelliReport, the future of news is here.
April 6th in history. April 6, 1866. The Grand Army of the Republic, an American patriotic organization composed of Union veterans of the American Civil War, is founded. It lasts until 1956. April 6, 1945. World War II. The Battle of Slater's Knoll on Bougainville comes to an end.
Famous people born on this day. Claire Morissette. Here is a recap of their Wikipedia page. Claire Morissette was a Canadian cycling activist who advocated for cyclists' rights in Montreal, co-founded a car share company, and founded an organization to donate bikes to developing countries. She authored a book promoting urban cycling and was posthumously honored with awards and a bike path named after her. April 6, 1920. Edmund H. Fischer, Swiss-American biochemist and academic Nobel Prize laureate, died 2021. April 6, 1998. Peyton List, American actress and model. And now on to today's news.
Business news. Economic Digest, Nepal's business news in a snap, khabarhub.com. The Nepal Stock Exchange saw a significant rise, increasing investor wealth by NPR $66.5 billion. However, economic challenges persist, including a health insurance board funding shortfall and delays in appointing a new NRB governor. Meanwhile, high-end tourism received a boost and regulatory shifts indicate structural changes.
My apologies, cat's got my tongue. AI speech synthesis isn't working right. Sorry for the inconvenience.
In the penultimate episode of Dark Wind Season 3, Bernadette finally discovers the crucial evidence she needs to solve her case. This pivotal moment marks a significant turning point in the series as it sets the stage for the season finale and the resolution of the ongoing mystery. Democrats refuse Barack Obama's election meddling as former Prez's influence within the desperate party withers. New York Post. Barack Obama's influence within the Democratic Party has waned, as detailed in a new book. Despite attempts to influence the 2024 presidential race, he struggled to control the party's direction. His efforts to replace Joe Biden with a preferred candidate failed, leaving the party weakened and his legacy questioned.
Technology news. Turning flower viewing into a growth driver, people.cn. The article discusses how flower viewing is being transformed into an economic driver in China. By integrating cultural tourism with technology and different industries, cities like Wuhan and rural communities are creating immersive experiences in sustainable ecosystems. Global examples like Japan's cherry blossom season offer valuable insights into leveraging nature's beauty for economic growth. Are startups really failing India? Let's look at the big picture. LiveMint. India's Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal criticized Indian startups for focusing on consumer businesses over deep tech sectors, unlike innovative Chinese startups. Despite backlash from startup leaders, Goyal's concern highlights India's need for strategic tech innovation. India's low R&D spending and limited risk-taking culture hinder progress, necessitating government action to foster a supportive ecosystem. Science news. Chinese AMB to Post. Israel-China tech collaboration benefits all humanity. The Jerusalem Post. Nanogri Small Capacity UPS. Seeclist.org. The discussion focuses on the challenges of maintaining small capacity UPS systems, particularly regarding battery replacement and efficiency at low loads. It highlights the need for efficient solutions that can sustain network gear during power outages and the logistical challenges of battery maintenance and upgrades, including potential costs and service agreements. Tardigrades reveal the secret to surviving the extremes of space. Science Alert. The 2025 Lunar and Planetary Science Conference featured a study on tardigrades by Isadora Arantes and Giancarlo Zanata, highlighting their resilience in extreme environments. The research explored proteins like D-soup and HSPs, offering insights into potential extraterrestrial life and applications in biotechnology to enhance human resilience in space and extreme climates.
Today's obituaries. Jay North. Brief Wikipedia summary. Jay North, an American actor best known for his role as Dennis Mitchell in Dennis the Menace, passed away at 73 from colorectal cancer. He transitioned from child star to voice actor and later worked with A Minor Consideration, supporting child performers. Momodou Lamine Sadat Job. Brief Wikipedia summary. Momodou Lamine Sadat Job was a Gambian politician and foreign minister from 1998 to 2001. Educated in France, he worked in academia and UNESCO before his diplomatic career. He later lived in exile in Sweden, leading the pro-democracy Gambia Consultative Council established in 2013. Corin Brooks-Meade. Brief Wikipedia summary. Corin Brooks-Meade was an English-born Montserratian footballer who played as a goalkeeper. He began his career at Fulham and had stints with various clubs, including Alki Larnaca and AC Omanoia. Internationally, he made 23 appearances for Montserrat. Brooks-Meade passed away on the 5th of April 2025 at age 37. Philip W. Johnston. Brief Wikipedia summary. Philip W. Johnston, an influential Massachusetts politician and public servant, served in the state legislature as Secretary of Human Services and as New England Director for the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. He founded Johnston Associates and held various leadership roles in health and human rights organizations. Johnston passed away at 80 in April 2025. Enrique Sanchez de Leon, brief Wikipedia summary. Enrique Sanchez de Leon, a Spanish politician from the Union of the Democratic Center, served as Minister of Health and Social Security from 1977 to 1979, and was Secretary General of Extremadura Regional Action from 1977 to 1978. All other people who have died today or yesterday, may peacefully they rest, and may God have mercy on their souls.
Health news. Australia's opposition dumps policy on return to office as election nears. The Star Online.
We are speechless, so to speak. In other words, we are unfortunately having a little AI voice snafu at the moment. Pardon the inconvenience and thank you for your understanding.
Economic Digest, Nepal's business news in a snap, khabarhub.com. Nepal's economic landscape showcases growth and challenges, with the stock market gaining NPR 66.5 billion, boosted by high-end tourism. However, issues like the Health Insurance Board's NPR 16.45 billion deficit and delayed NRB governor appointment persist. Regulatory shifts and civic activism indicate structural changes and increased public engagement in economic governance. Entertainment news. Suits LA star Josh McDermott goes from series fan to fictional solicitor and the fancy threads that helped him play the part. New Zealand Herald. Josh McDermott, known for his role as Eugene Porter in The Walking Dead, stars as Stuart Lane in Suits LA, a spin-off of the original Suits series. McDermott, excited to join the Suits legacy, describes the show as quick-witted and unique, focusing on the entertainment industry's legal challenges. Suits LA pays tribute to John Amos as Ted and Rick try to get Walk of Fame star for late actor. Watch video. TV Line. The NBC drama Suits LA paid tribute to the late John Amos in its premiere, featuring him as a client at an entertainment law firm. The storyline involved characters Ted and Rick grappling with Amos's death, reminiscing about his impact, and advocating for his recognition on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Did you ever wonder why it seems like the whole world, this giant spinning globe we live on, is constantly losing its mind? Well, I've got a few bones to pick with history, and they might just be laughable or downright baffling. Take small capacity UPS systems, for instance. I mean, what are they good for? Keeping your alarm clock running during a 30-second blackout? These little power packs are like trying to inflate a hot air balloon with a bicycle pump, as reliable as a candle in a hurricane. The planet's electricity demand could eat these UPS systems for breakfast and still be hungry. And speaking of globe scratchers, what's all this about startups failing India? Last time I checked, India was doing just fine. Maybe it's because we keep expecting every new startup to be the next moon landing of business achievements. Not every company can be the earth-shattering event globes expect. Sometimes they crash faster than you can say gravity. Now here's a twist that really has me spinning. Josh McDermott going from fanboy to fictional solicitor. Who knew playing dress-up could land you a career switch? It's like saying, hey, I watched every episode of Law & Order, so now I'm ready to argue cases in the Supreme Court. Maybe I should binge watch some Planet Earth documentaries and see if I can become the next David Attenborough. It's also funny when globes act surprised that historical events didn't go as planned, just like when folks expected peace talks to last longer than an ice cube in a volcano, or believing politicians when they promise to save the earth and end up just moving furniture around on the Titanic. It's the irony of watching the world's so-called leaders play musical chairs while the whole globe spins on a wobbly axis. And speaking of confusion, how about all those companies naming themselves after fruits or random objects? Amazon started as an online bookstore, and now it's an e-commerce juggernaut that's almost too big for this planet. It's like naming a dog Fido and watching it grow into a lion. Shouldn't companies at least pretend their names have something to do with what they're selling? In the end, this little blue marble we call home keeps spinning despite all our best efforts to tip it off its axis. Maybe it's time we grounded ourselves in reality and remembered that sometimes life's just one big cosmic joke. So take a deep breath, hug a tree, because who knows how much longer it'll be standing, and appreciate the ride on this crazy merry-go-round we call Earth.
And now a couple of dad jokes for you. I'd like to start a diet, but I've got too much on my plate right now. Why doesn't the chimney sweep call out sick from work? Because he's used to working with a flu.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD intelliReport, dear viewers. Like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.